Okay, Mr. Fahad Khalid here. Thank you, Mr. Fahad, for allowing me to take your portfolio and have a look at it here. This is for the first term here, your portfolio checklist. Uh, I noticed here on your portfolio checklist that there are a number of things that you did not include in the first term. For example, the links to the recordings. So a lot of the work that you done in the first term was incomplete, Fahad. I've noted here a number of recordings that you just didn't do. So um, I noticed that in the second term that you started to do them. So the best that we can say is, you're making improvement. But in the first term, you need to go back and do some of those things. So having a quick look at your portfolio here, for example, this is for the first term, week number 2. You need to include here in your portfolio the labels or the things that we done for that week on this title page here for each week. So we have here some of your work from the first term. Things like this you need to be able to explain. I hope that when you go back and you review what you've done, that you're able to actually explain some of the work that you have within the portfolio here. Okay, so if I haven't written anything on some of these papers, that means that you've put them there at a much later date, and I haven't checked them. I noted here that you need to be able to talk about this. Yes, we did this in class, but what does this mean? What is the title here? And how can you explain the work that we did here in class, Fahad? So likewise here, we're saying that we need you to label your title pages. And let's have a look at this. This is your work in the week of March 11th on prefixes. And we have given you some advice here. We wanted you to create some examples of your own for this. You have some of them here, and hopefully these are the ones that you have done from yourself and not, for example, the ones that we did in class. Okay, so let's have a look at term 2. Okay, Fahad, term 2. You need to record your quizzes here on the first page. If you were absent for a particular quiz, then you need to say that. I noted here on the back side of your portfolio checklist that you need to include the links for some of the things that you have recorded. I haven't seen anything for week 10 here in your portfolio, and we just seen a presentation from some of you that was really due on week, we wanted you to start doing that on week 8 and as well as week 9, and people have just gotten around to that in week number 11. So we're saying here you are making some improvement, mashallah. You're starting to record on the first page here some of the things that we're supposed to be doing. So your organization is improving, and the fact that you are trying to do something is here. But as we can see in week number 8, that's all we have here is a brainstorming of free time. Free time was a recording. Yeah. So, for example, where's the rest of the stuff? Error correction and some evidence that you started. For example, a presentation. Likewise, we look at week 9. Yeah, you've put here some things. The presentation, we need some evidence that you started a presentation. The slides, we went to the lab a couple of times, and it should be, you should have uploaded that to your Google Drive and included that and given us the link. And by now, in week 11, you should have, given your presentation. We'll give you an opportunity to do that after Dhuhr. So here we can see that week number 9 is short. There are some things missing. And week number 10, there's nothing here, and it is Monday. So some things you've put here for week 10, the party thing, the group work that you all did to prepare to go to your party is fine. It's here. But then there was the small group work where we wanted you all to get together and to work out the details of the particular group that you were supposed to be in. So make sure you get that done. I appreciate you putting all your quizzes here. I'm not quite sure what this what this is. Okay, that's your quiz there. Okay, so there should be more quizzes here for the terms, and so you've made some improvement, a little improvement, yeah, Fahad, but there is lots of work to do, and I hope that you sort that out as soon as possible.